Hello, Aquarius. What is going on? I hope that you are all doing well and feeling well. Welcome back for another love reading. We are going to be jumping into it right away here. I'm going to begin shuffling some oracle cards just to grab the overall theme and energy, and then we'll be diving deep with tarot to get all of the details. So this reading may resonate if you or the person on your mind has an Aquarius sun, moon, rising Venus, or any other major Aquarius placements. Now, this reading is not for everyone, but if you are here, there's a good chance that something in it is meant for you, because I'm going to set the intention right now that it reaches whoever needs to hear it. So whether you clicked on this video out of curiosity or spirit led you here directly, trust that you are seeing this reading for a reason. And as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's get into this. Overall theme and energy, please, for my beautiful Aquarius collective. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So maybe for some of you, you have Taurus in your chart. Maybe the person that you're connecting with does, but that is absolutely not necessary. But I am sensing that there is a need to really figure out a plan forward, but a plan that makes sense. There could be a situation here that is a bit messy for some of you, I'm getting. But there's a need to ground whatever this is. Problem solving, I'm getting planning, figuring things out, the practicality of something. Because Taurus is an earth sign, so this is a very practical sign. And it also desires stability. So something about stability could be coming up here as well. Very interesting. Let's get another card for my Aquarius collective. For those who find this reading, what messages do they need to hear? Overall theme and energy, please. Trapped. So this card is a card of the mind, and it asks, why stay if the door is wide open? And it doesn't mean walking out of a situation, but this could be, again, within the mind. I feel like someone could very much be paying attention to the details. Maybe this is you or your person. Or there's some trouble here figuring something out. Or there's this energy of going around in circles and feeling trapped. I'm getting, like the Two of Swords or the Eight of Swords energy, where the in that tarot card, she has the blindfold across her eyes. And so it's like something is not being seen, possibly. And this could be about being very wrapped up in something, and something needs to be untangled and worked through in order to have this practical plan, in order to get to a place where one can be made. That's what I'm really getting here. It's like how to make something work. If this is resonating for you so far, please let me know below. I would love to hear what is going on for the Aquarius collective. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I got a phone call, and right now I am actually recording on my phone, so it just cut out. I apologize. Let's get into it, though, with the tarot and see what is really going on here. So, Spirit, please bring in clear messages for the Aquarius collective, for those who find this video. Please provide guidance and insight. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So this is telling me that the worst is over in some sort of situation. it's time to begin healing. Something happened here that was very painful, and we're going to be taking a look at the current situation, the block, the past, and what has led up to this. 10 of Swords in the reverse, your energy, your person's, and then what's coming next. 6 of Cups in the reverse for the block. So I feel like look at that sun. It's just like right on these cards. I feel like there's something here from the past that needs to be worked through. Something from the past could be impacting this connection that still needs to be resolved. 9 of Cups in the reverse. I don't mind seeing these cards in the reverse, by the way. Everything pops out for a reason. It's not negative, and this is the past anyway. So there was something or a situation where it was not fulfilling. Okay, someone's needs maybe were not being met, or there was some sort of emotional dependency or even overindulging for some. We'll have to clarify that. 3 of Pentacles is showing up in your person's energy. So your person wants to work on things. They're showing up in a collaborative way, okay, wanting to work on things, wanting to talk at least. Okay. Strength showing up for you. 9 of Wands in the reverse for the future energies. This is very interesting. So I am getting here so far, there's a sense of exhaustion. I feel like there's a situation here that is played out for too long. There's a need for some sort of practical discussion or a talk about how to move forward or some sort of plan, okay? And now, because something happened in the past, and finally, it's like, as I said, the worst is over, but there's still something from the past that's lingering, and there's a need to talk about it. And your person, they want to talk to you about this, but there's some sort of exhaustion. There may be a need for someone to loosen their guard a little bit. There is a sense of vulnerability that's coming up. Now, I'm not saying that this is bad because, I don't feel that way, because sometimes you need to be vulnerable. You need to open up. You need to let your guard down. Especially if this is a conversation about resolving something emotional with this Cups card from the past, right? And you're showing up with strength here. So even though, the only card that I don't really like in the reverse is the 9 of Cups in the reverse. However, you are showing up upright here. So is your person. I'd rather see the 10 of Swords in the reverse, and especially the 6 of Cups in the reverse. And the 9 of Wands in the reverse here, we need to clarify that and figure that out a bit more. However, I do feel like this is the energy of vulnerability when necessary. So I do like that. So I do want to dig deeper into the current energies here with the 10 of Swords upright or reversed. Please tell me more about this. Okay, that wanted to fly out. 8 of Swords in the reverse. I was getting that energy with the Trapped card. The sense of feeling stuck, but finally, the mask or the blindfold is being taken off. Okay, I feel like something I'm just getting this energy that, I'm not going to say something hit a wall, but it's almost like something got to a point where it could not carry on any further. And now it's time to heal, to take the blindfold off, to see something for what it is, to get out of one's head so things can be figured out. Tell me more about this, please. 6 of Swords, love this energy. So this is a transition. This is moving forward. This is moving out of unhappiness, stagnation, and so forth. And this is a card of the mind, so it's not always easy, but it's saying that they're, this is going towards better waters. Wow. Let's see what happened here in the past, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. What happened here in the past? Tell me more about this Nine of Cups in the reverse for Aquarius. The Devil. There we go. Capricorn energy. Leo energy too, by the way. I forgot to call that out. Page of Cups. What is this? Tell me more. I'm invested in this, Aquarius. What is this? Five of Wands in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so someone, I mean, in the past, there was this energy of unfulfillment. Okay, maybe even some indulgence with this Devil card upright. But regardless of what the Devil is, and we're going to pull some oracle cards on this, this is telling me that something existed here that was in the way of someone or this connection reaching its highest potential. Okay? This could have been overindulgence, just toxic patterns, unhealthy dynamics, love bombing, especially with the Page of Cups here, just saying. Saying things but not actually doing them. I mean, it can be anything. Addictions, I think I said that already. But I'm also getting a bit of a self-sabotaging energy here as well. Because the Eight of Wands in the reverse is telling me that there's this stagnant energy. And the Five of Wands in the reverse is avoidance as well. It can be compromise, but it's often not the type where things are fully resolved. It's like someone either saying that things are okay when they really aren't, someone avoiding conversation, someone still showing up in some way, shape, or form, but not really resolving like the elephant in the room, like talking about what needs to be talked about. So that's the past. But let's pull some cards on this. Let's pull some oracle cards. What is this? Tell me more. And I don't pull these in the reverse, by the way. I don't know why I just flipped them. Abandoned, left out, walked away cold. Spying, social network, information, ways. Confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages. So something was, did someone walk out here? Did someone walk away? Either way, there was still, I'm going to pull more. I want to get more information. It's like someone abandoned something, but someone was still keeping their eye on the other person. Sorrow. Loyalty. Sorrow chasing loyalty. Okay. So, yeah, I feel in the past there was this unhappiness. There was someone who was dealing with some toxic behaviors, and they really weren't showing up, whether that energy was also going elsewhere. It wasn't showing up in a stable, necessary way. And there was a situation here that was abandoned. Either someone walked out or the other person was just like throwing the towel in. But still, it's like the energy was still there. There was still an energetic connection. Someone keeping their eye out on the other person. Spying on social media, on the internet even sometimes. Someone may have been waiting for a confession or even spying to see if someone was actually truly loyal to them, wanting to see the truth because someone wasn't stepping it up. Let me know if that's resonating. Let's see in the current situation, because now it's like there's forward movement. Something's coming up here. Twin flame. So if you believe in that type of thing, this could be your twin flame, but you know, that's not necessary. Mirroring shared feelings, reflection. So this makes sense because both of you are showing upright in your energies. Better off, happiness, clear headspace. Influences. Tell me more about that. Distraction. So was there a distraction here? Was someone doing something here in the past that they shouldn't have been doing? Was there some sort of influence? It could be anything. Person, place, thing, concept, idea. Someone could have walked away and was keeping their eye on if, you know, the other person was truly loyal, or if they were talking to another person to find their own answers because the answers weren't being provided. And there's a sense of like this mirroring energy, but there was time here, okay, that allowed both people to gain perspective. And so this could have happened in the recent past for some, but for others of you, I'm sensing that this could have been a while ago. And now this is coming up in some way, shape, or form. But there is some sort of perspective and understanding about either a third party, attachment, something like that. Like, you know, addiction, peers. And maybe what happened? Did someone get distracted? Is there an understanding that's coming in about what happened in the past? Is someone figuring out the truth about what happened because it, with the Eight of Wands in the reverse in the past, it didn't come in then, so now it's coming in this month, Aquarius? And feel free to swap the roles here. I could be talking about you or your person because I'm simply reading energies. Usually this is your person that I'm talking about and this is you, but once we get there, feel free to swap the roles. But there is forward movement because some sort of ending happened already. And it's taking the blindfold off, seeing the truth about something, and moving forward. Because now there is this new perspective. And understanding. It's like having the information, the autonomy to choose, because now you have the full picture of what's going on. Wow. Let's see some information about your person. So they're showing up as the Three of Pentacles. Page of Wands in the reversed. Page of Swords in the reversed. Two of Wands in the reverse. Let's see your energy, because this will, oh, Seven of Pentacles. Upright. So, your person, Three of Pentacles, I mean, they're showing up here. This person could also just be focused really on their work, finances, things of that, or maybe even a project, okay? But there is this collaborative energy. Their energy is showing up here, but the Page of Wands in the reverse is still telling me that they're not ready to speak up or say something quite yet. The Page of Swords in the reverse, this person is definitely keeping their eye on you. Okay. Two of Wands in the reverse goes back down to the Two of Wands upright. So there's an opportunity here to take action. But this person hasn't planned yet or they're stuck in that stage. They haven't initiated a message, or this could even be a plan. If you are in communication with this person could be a bit all over the place. This could be like a period of just before this person breaks the ice on something and says something, but you know, you two could be talking, but it just, something hasn't been said. Soulmates. Whoa. Look at this, Aquarius. Soulmates, deep love, unity, connection, thinking, missing you, craving, desiring, longing, craving, aching, wanting. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this person just kind of came back around recently, or you are in communication with this person still. But they're not ready yet to either speak up or initiate something here. It's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but there is still, yeah, I feel like this is some sort of conversation. It's making it clear that this is some sort of conversation where the truth is revealed. It could even be some hard truths. And now there's a way forward. It's time to transition. And there's this understanding and a new perspective around influences, what changed, or what happened in the past. If there were some sort of delays, change, someone got sidetracked, distracted. I want to clarify the Page of Swords in the reversed here. The Moon, okay. How many Page of Wands? Okay. Tower, okay, there's... Let's pull some cards for you. This is really getting interesting. Exhaustion, depleted, drained, long journey, stress, resistance. Tell me more about this resistance. Cloudy judgment. That makes sense with the Seven of Cups. Tell me more about this Page of Swords in reverse. Time, yeah. So you're exhausted, you're stressed out by this situation. You're still showing up with strength here. And the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you're very patient, okay? You may be evaluating the situation. There's a sense of commitment to it. And you may be taking a look or reflecting on the efforts that you've put in and possibly how much more you may need to. And I feel like there could be some confusion or even illusions around something that occurred in the past that wasn't fair, or there was a bad judgment call, there was dishonesty. Regardless of who was doing what. But there's depletion here. There's a sense of feeling exhausted and stressed out. I feel it like it could be like you're talking with this person, but with their energy down here, there is some stagnation. So This person, you could be frustrated by this person's resistance, or they're like suppressing something. But something is not being seen clearly. There could be confusion or misunderstandings that are occurring. Or it's like the facts are on the table and there's you know, people are seeing, you two are seeing what's on the table, but I feel like you're exhausted and stressed about some sort of resistance, and this could be what is like confusing you. But there's still objectively the blindfold is being taken off. This person down here definitely has deep feelings for you. There's a sense of longing, craving, thinking about you. They definitely feel that you're a soulmate. But this person down here it's almost like this sense of, it could be avoidance, self-soothing. There could be a bit of like immature energy where they're willing to talk with you or engage, but only to a certain extent, because there's some sort of indecision on this person's end. I don't, if any of this is making sense, please let me know below. But there's indecision on this person's end, and they feel all these strong things, but they're not willing to engage on a deeper level right now. There's something that needs time. And with the Tower chemistry, spark, passion, attraction. I mean, look at how these cards, the similarities in a way. You have the flying sparks here, there's sparks here. So this could be saying that, I'm getting explosion, but preventing some sort of argument or preventing a tower moment here. Sparking something. But the indecision alone could be sparking something. The indecision could be sparking something that it's just like, it's like stuck. It's like I'm getting like the wheel is turning, but the car isn't moving. It's like spinning out. And it's like it's not going deeper. There's this shallow energy. This person is not willing to like engage deeper for some reason. But they're longing for you. Let's see what this block is about. Ten of Pentacles upright. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Three of Wands. Six of Cups. So this is about the long term here. And uncertainty about expansion in the future in some way, shape, or form. Past life. So this could be a karmic, or this card can also just mean that this is something from the past that's just not quite resolved yet. Only you. Broken. Obsession. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So this issue may have occurred not only with this person, or maybe it did with this person several times, or it's just something repeated, or this is just something that you've seen throughout your past relationship history, or maybe your person has. It's something that needs to be resolved. It's some sort of lesson. And it's repeating, yet there is still this desire to to remain. It's like there's this devotion, but then in the background there's still this programming that's running because the lesson hasn't been learned, and so there's this overlap of wanting to be with someone, but it's like self-sabotage in a way, because how can you keep this relationship healthier? And this could be towards you or your person, but I just feel like there's two people that want to work on things, but something is repeating itself. Additionally, someone could be dealing with a past person, like someone is still not quite over what happened in their past. But overall, it's like someone is stuck in the past and there's this uncertainty about the future. That's really what I'm getting, or the ability to expand, and this is why a practical plan is needed. And I feel like that's all coming out onto the surface, onto the table. But still, it's like you have two people sitting at the table talking about things. You're frustrated and exhausted and stressed because you're sensing resistance, and you may not be able to extract things fully or understand things fully because of this resistance. And make sure you meditate, and not even meditate, but take some time to process all of this, because there could be some cloudy judgment on your end as well, because while everything's out on the table, this person, it's like there's still some hesitancy. They're still not fully engaging as much as they could despite these strong feelings. Let's see what's coming up in the future. So 9 of Wands in the reverse, Chariot in the reverse. So there's now 4 of Swords in the reverse. I do not mind that in the reverse. Okay, Knight of Swords. I do like this. Tell me more. 3 of Swords. What is going on here? There's this exhaustion, the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Someone's maybe feeling exhausted of being vulnerable and letting their guard down, and even trying to, but there's still this directionless energy. Like it feels like things are moving forward, but only to a certain extent. Only as vulnerable as someone is, and only as far as someone is willing to be vulnerable, and as deep as someone is willing to go. So it's like the car is on and the wheels are turning, but it's turning in place. Possibilities, free-spirited. Read more about this. Okay, so, I keep it real with you guys. I don't sugarcoat things. I feel like what is coming up, at least in the near future, is this exhaustion and this stuck energy. And, someone maybe just deciding to distance themselves or speak up about this heartbreak, or maybe saying, hey, we should just take some time apart. There's still a possibility of bonding and intimacy, but there's this sense of feeling a bit rejected in a way, or this sense of like everything was put out on the table, but there's still that resistance. Things are still not coming together. Let's take some time apart. This is not over. and the desire to still bond with this person and work through whatever this is. But taking some time apart, creating distance to get a clear perspective or to just process things, because the second chance, it's just like taking some time apart. There could even be a bit of an argument here where it's like, okay, we're just going to take some time apart, and that is going to allow, instead of like ramming into each other like energetically and triggering each other, it's like taking this time apart in hopes for a second chance that you two or one person can kind of cool off and gain additional perspective, because there's some sort of confusion here. I feel like it's this energy of, so do you want this? Do you not want this? Aquarius, if this is resonating with you, please let me know below. This is a very complicated, tricky reading for me. So I believe that this message is coming out for someone. So please let me know, okay, what this is about. And it could even be you here that's even resistant in a way. I just feel like I said, there's this mirroring energy. So regardless of how it's manifesting on both sides, it could be manifesting differently, but ultimately, energetically, it's this mirroring energy. Wow. Let's pull some advice here. Advice for my Aquarius collective. Communication in the reverse. Dream come true. Love. Tell me more about communication in the reverse. Interference. All right, so for the advice, I am truly sensing here with these cards, there is misalignment in communication. And it's not because nothing is being said, but it's because what is being said is being muddled by external factors. Mental noise, ego, assumptions, fears, whatever this is. Because there's cloudy judgment. There's this person who's not willing to engage deeper. And both parties may be hearing through filters of past pain, unhealed wounds. I feel like the advice here is to clear this interference before attempting any sort of deeper dialogue. Okay? That means managing internal blocks, including any sort of like resentment, if possible, exhaustion, pride, before even speaking. And I feel like this is not the time for another round of conversation unless those deeper emotional tangles are addressed. Because there is still hope here, but not on this trajectory. I mean, it doesn't look good with all of these communication issues, okay? The connection still holds the potential to be fulfilling, but both people need to be truly present, because there is this energy of not being able to move forward if someone here is romanticizing the past or grieving something that doesn't even exist in the same form. So I feel like there's a need to let go of any sort of longing for what could have been, what was, and ask if you can build from here, okay? Don't idolize. Don't get stuck in the nostalgia, okay? That needs to be let go of to truly experience positive manifestations forward. Because deep down, it's like two people that want to come together, but it's not happening. And at the core, love is still present here, okay? Love is not the problem, or at least deep care for that person, depending on where you are in this connection. But love alone is not enough, okay? Healing is required to make the love viable. So I feel like this is saying don't just feel love, but work with it, okay? This might mean taking some space, setting healthy boundaries, or soft but even consistent effort. Healing has to happen in tandem with love, not as like a passive result of it, is what I'm really feeling. So overall, I'm just sensing that the situation is just full of emotional complexity and mental fatigue too. There's exhaustion. I feel like the past has left scars, and while everything now may be out on the table, like I've said, I feel like both people are staring at the same pieces but seeing different pictures. And that can be really frustrating. And the overall advice, again, is, and even additional advice, is first stop trying to convince each other, okay? Because understanding may not even come through logic right now. Because as I said, you two are seeing things differently right now. And the way forward technically exists, but energetically, there's this gridlock. One or both people are either too tired, too guarded, or too haunted by past injustices to move forward with clarity. So there is this longing, but not enough willingness. There's love, but not enough shared vision. So that's where I get this intuitive feeling of like, stop trying to convince each other right now. Take some space, tend to your own exhaustion first. You can't offer connection from a place of depletion, as you're showing up with exhaustion, depletion, feeling drained, stressed, okay? Also, work on releasing past versions of this connection, mourn if needed. What's possible now may look completely different based on what has occurred, and that's okay. It's about adaptability and asking yourself if where things are right now, like looking at it for what it is and understanding what occurred and how things are and can be, and asking yourself if that is what you want. Don't be obsessed or fall into the pattern of just wanting things how they were before. I'm also getting, don't push for closeness, and this may not be for you. This may be something that's coming up that I'm getting for the other person, or this could be, it depends on what side you're on of this, right? But don't push for closeness unless both people are willing to fully meet, because longing alone is not going to rebuild the connection. And if you are choosing to stay in this situation for the long haul, or to continue this for a bit longer, pace it gently. Don't overextend to compensate for others' resistance, okay? Ultimately, I feel like it's really about asking yourself, can we stop trying to fix and instead witness where we truly are right now? Because healing is not about forcing progress at all. It's time to kind of sit with what is real and letting that honesty do its work. And I feel like a big component right now that is necessary is space. I feel that both people need to get on the same page, and for each of you, that's going to be different. But if communication is the issue and both people are seeing different pictures, it's not going to go anywhere. It's time to take a step back and potentially take some space so that each person can process things and take some time to even see where the other person may be coming from. But trying to continuously talk about it, I don't see that going anywhere right now. There's exhaustion. So that's what I'm getting. And this is not, the end all be all outcome of this situation. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And also take a look at the readings for your other signs, because you can get additional information, gain additional insights. Because I have a lot of people that say that a lot of my readings kind of build on each other at times, or seeing things from different, perspectives. Like, make sure you check out the reading for your person's sign if this is your sign, and vice versa. And this may also pick up in the next Aquarius reading. So this is just what I'm seeing for now, but free will is always at play. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. If this is resonating for you, please comment below. I do read all of my comments. I would love to hear from you. Again, this was a bit of a tricky reading for me, so I'd really like to know what's going on. So if you let me know below, I will read it, and I'll appreciate that, to see how this is actually playing out in someone's life, this energy. But that is what I'm getting so far for you, Aquarius. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all so much. Any interaction with this video really helps, supports me as well as the channel. But yeah, that's what I have for you for now. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.